Yeah.
When we left off in hell, Issue has received a lawyer. They were given the appropriate 15 minutes to talk. Lawyer, did you... What was your character's name again? I know that you had
Sebastian.
two of them. Okay.
It's
So,
the name in the
Sebastian.
Discord.
It's the name I'm going by.
Okay.
Technically, his title is Ebon Archmages. Is the only one of the Ebon Order left. But,
Yeah,
you know, he
nice.
doesn't like that title.
Yeah.
Why?
So,
Does it make him feel lonely?
Sebastian, the Ebon Archmage, was given the ability to, well, basically tear apart Issue's past and find out whatever he wanted to about him. And after that 15 minutes, you heard an announcement. The trial of Dante Reznikov will begin shortly. As that voice rings out, everything for, well, everyone just goes dark. And once again, you see a light as you reappear.
Hello.
Hello.
Shalom.
Mike did noises.
Did.
Is that fucking Bosco?
So you reappear in what looks to be a plain of lava with imps on benches on either side. Looking forward, you see what looks to be a large stand that goes up about 15 feet tall, as well as 5 figures sitting in chairs. You recognize one of them as Bosco.
What?
Hello, friendings, yes?
What the hell is he doing here?
Issue just turns to Sebastian. Can I please shoot him? Please.
Well, no, I don't think so. Based on his seating, I think he's a judge.
Ha!
What?
Honestly, why are you even surprised at this point?
Well, I mean, I thought that I would be the first time I had a normal life, but no, I'm going to hell.
Oh,
Dante
quit
is a
you!
criminal, and we have a fucking what the fuck?
Quit your
think you-
whining. You're not in the worst position here.
Well, I'm not, but I'm enjoying it, kind of, sort of.
We
But
should
it's
probably
still
go
weird.
take our seats.
It's
A
nice
figure with a
cozy
dog
here.
head moves onto the stone platform, sitting in what looks to be a small river of fire. He looks back at the lot of you. Dante Reznikov and his associates have arrived. Dante, if you and your legal advice would please take your seats.
Wait, which one is being Dante, yes?
Hello, Bosco. Nice to meet you.
Issue, you be knowing who Dante's is, yes?
That's me.
Oh, Bosco be getting it now, yes.
How did you get down here? Why did you just disappear at the fight?
It's long story. Bosco tell later, yes?
Well, I might be dead later, so perhaps some cliff notes would be nice.
Well, you're already in hell, I mean.
It's not the worst
Sebastian,
place you could be.
I disagree heartily.
Bosco give abbreviation. Bosco dad be captured by Big Demon Owl. Big Demon Owl ask Bosco to be representative on court, yes?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Don't question.
You
No,
should,
don't
like-
question.
no, I'm just wondering here. Is he a friend of yours? I'm not.
I watch his kids sometimes. We work
Oh.
together.
Okay. Okay.
At any rate, the figure takes these steps up. There's 3 total steps that are each 5 feet tall. He climbs them, much like you think he would, but just kind of like lifting himself up one by one. As he reaches the top, he looks out. I am Aerocroc, the Devil of Order. I shall be the prosecutor in charge of representing the Yawning Abyss. He motions down at the woman sitting alone. I shall now introduce the judges. he motions over to the top chair. Presiding on the fifth ring, Desmic, the Devil of Death. He motions down at the bottom.
Yeah, what was his name?
There we go. I introduce, in the fourth ring, Drosmer, Devil of Power. He motions back to Bosco's seat. I introduce, as a representative of the third ring, Bosco, for the Devil of Space.
Also, just waves, like in the goofiest way he can.
Hello.
I missed him.
Presiding over the
Bosco
second
misses
ring,
you too.
Daziak, the Devil of Sleep.
Is he asleep, Klaus?
Kind of going over them. Desmic is a maybe 10-foot tall figure, covered in tattooed rags. Ribs are displayed, coming out of flesh. His face is kind of covered by a hood, but you can see two dark red glowing eyes behind it. Drosmo, the Devil of Power, is, again, roughly like a 7-foot tall being, a little bit shorter than the other one. Very muscular, two massive horns on their head that kind of looks like they could be ears or eyes or all three. And then Bosco is Bosco. And then...
I feel like I should probably explain myself to the new players.
That is a good point.
I'm an alien. I'm an alien who wears a full space suit that kind of looks like the one in the picture there. And I wear kind of a big cloak over it all with a huge backpack that's just filled to the brim with space junk. I'm basically like the traitor from Resident Evil 4, but space themed.
He's Space MacGyver.
What are you playing?
And I also carry a revolver, a double barrel sawn-off shotgun, and a M22 rotary grenade launcher.
Ah, man of culture, I see.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Nothing is more powerful than love, except for an M22 rotary grenade launcher.
Because fuck you and everyone around you.
They're all sitting in very large, very comfortable chairs. The demons, the devils of the fifth and fourth ring are on chairs lower than the other two. Bosco and Daziak are on chairs a little bit higher. Daziak, by the way, he has kind of short, nubby legs, but massive arms that he looks like he uses them to walk around on. His entire body seems to be formed out of sand. And then Aircroc motions back at the last one. This one sitting about 15 feet tall. His skin bubbles as you can tell lava flows beneath. His shell is much of like that of obsidian, and as he speaks, as his mouth moves, as his eyes twitch or blink, you can tell the heat within, this infernal flame that keeps his life as it is. As the Devil of Order says, this is Silik, the King of Hell. He motions with his arms, as there's something bubbling. While not everybody is able to see quite yet, Bosco, you do see Dante in a coffin floating to the top. And the body of Dante Resnikov.
I kind of point at the body and look over at Issue, and I'm like looking between the two of them, how are you doing this, Issue? Yes?
Issue just stares back. Does the Issue have access to his powers down here?
They've taken away your suit, but anything that you could do without it, yes.
So barely anything. Alright. check.
Before everything
Oh, I
starts,
can do prediction.
I kind of turn over to the other devils, and I just say, "You be needing Bosco help for anything in future," and he distributes his business card to each of the other 4 devils.
Applied.
And
Very
and for
much.
for the new people, Bosco's business card literally just reads Bosco the handyman, ask around.
It's a shame they had to miss Roscoe though.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We had a bit where we had to disguise ourselves for a whole arc. And my disguise was like a very poorly put together human. Like everything was kind of proportionally off. And I wear like a baseball hat, but it has like a made up team, and the baseball is like in the shape of a football. And his name was Roscoe.
I miss Roscoe.
Sounds like my kind of dude.
Roscoe will
honestly.
be back. I still have the ring that lets me transform.
Yeah.
We will
Roscoe
begin
is
with
officially
the
my disguise.
we will begin with the defense. Standing at the accused is again Dante Resnikov, with a total kill count of 218.
It's lower than what the file said. What happened, Ishu?
Pretty sure it was higher than that class.
318.
There
I
you
was thinking of a different one.
go.
Not
Very well put together court they have here, Sebastian.
that was not in character. That was out of character.
We be counting up kills, yes? Bosco be having... He starts counting on... Each hand has 3 fingers. He starts counting on... Or no, like, each hand has 3 fingers and 1 thumb, and he starts counting on all of his fingers. Too many.
At any rate,
Why is he not on trial here?
he
Well,
is
he
here
did
as a
end up in hell.
representative. At any rate, we will open with the defense. And he takes the long climb down, hopping from one stone to the next, avoiding the lava, and taking a seat.
Bosco opens up a portal from... Like, from here to just the top of the podium.
Issue just looks at Sebastian. Do your job, Magic Man.
You know, it's kind of funny. I know how this works. It's interesting.
So, once these 2 are together, do they start talking to each other?
There is no talking. There's a little bit of a murmur that comes from the imps every once in a while, but they know better than to interrupt anything or to be too loud.
Right. Well, I'm Sebastian Riddle. I'll be the defense of Ishu, as he's called now, or what he goes by at least. And the case is pretty simple, I think. He shouldn't be here in the first place. He never died. It means his soul can't be claimed as property. Not yet. And even if you want to say that, well, he ended up here, that causes a whole new set of issues. Beyond that, though, the first rule of a soul is that it can't be claimed if it's already claimed, and there's no way to know if his soul would have been claimed by a different afterlife than hell. So you can't take his. In fact, you've kind of been breaking your own laws by doing so up till now, let alone torturing him. He takes a small breath from the cigarette, and takes it out again. And beyond that, even if you are to say that he should be down here right now to be punished for whatever reason, because he didn't die naturally, and he technically didn't even die, far as I understand. Well, I don't even think he should be in hell in the first place, so I think we can argue that pretty fairly.
Drosmo, the Devil of Power, speaks up. He was alive whenever he came to hell indeed. However, there are no rules against the killing of mortals. He points down over at the body. Whenever we had him contained, we made sure that it was separated.
But he didn't die naturally. And that means that a different afterlife could have claimed him.
A natural
got in the
death.
way. You got in the way of the natural order. And I can tell you, not many places like when you do that.
The natural order holds no true bearing over this court. If in hell someone arrives and they are slain, they will go to the appropriate afterlife. If he was truly deemed to go to heaven, the moment he was slain, he would have left.
That's just it. You can't account for the future. And that's why I'm saying he shouldn't even be in hell in the first place.
It is fully within the right of demons to slay mortals on these grounds.
Well, in that case, it would be fully within my right to slay more demons. And I'll be honest, that just seems like a really bad way to start a war between the planes. I think you should reevaluate that one.
You're suggesting that the entire plane that you hail from would be willing to go to war with hell over one measly soul.
Oh no, not just
And
his
not
soul.
just that. A soul of a killer. A soul that, well, his afterlife was proven to be here.
Bosco sticks his hand up.
Everybody
Like, puts
just
his
looks
hand
to
in
you.
the air like he has a question.
Everybody looks
Bos-
over to you.
Bosco be knowing many killers who be good peoples, yes? People kill for different reasons, yes?
They do.
There's no reason that reason has to be bad, yes?
The devil of death beside you says, our personal opinions of good and evil and the minutia between is not in question here. It is
I think
a question
they
of
should
the
be,
laws of hell.
I think they should be, though. Because
Should be
under
in
your own
question, though,
laws...
yes? Because Drosmer just bring up that he bad person for killing, yes? Bosco be killing, but right now Bosco be judge.
As well as, you don't consider those who have active military service to be serial killers, now do you?
There are many of those who have committed atrocities within war. There have been many times that this soul in particular has killed without true reason to. And a number appears before the King of Hell, who, while he has not spoken, is seemingly keeping track of everything. The number begins at the 318 and drops to 27. These, the Devil of Power continues, are the number of souls he has slain that he was not ordered to. And even if you wish to only try all these souls, it would still count him among the worst serial killers throughout human history.
But we not be knowing reason behind those killings, yes? Is very important.
The reasons do not matter as much as the numbers.
I disagree.
Bosco also disagree.
If that is how you feel, you may choose with your vote when the time comes.
Allow me to present this. Man in Finland fighting against Russia has over 500 confirmed kills. He wasn't ordered to kill every single one of those. Would you count all of those as him being a serial killer?
Whenever a troop is on deployment, there are certain sanctions that heaven gives against them.
So you're saying that because he was constantly working, he also shouldn't be considered to have killed any of those because of the sanctions. I mean, seems pretty straightforward to
The
me in that
sanctions
regard.
of heaven have no consideration over the sins that we count here.
What I'm saying is that because of how he works, he was always deployed.
While true, the needless killings as well as the fact of how many he has killed shows reason
I
that...
just brought up one that killed more.
Moscow be knowings that one. It's true story, yes?
Is that an actual thing from history?
It is.
The White
White
Death,
Death.
Simo.
He's really cool.
He's
Yep.
really dope.
About around 250 reported and confirmed kills with the sniper rifle, 250 with various other weapons.
Nice.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like a madman.
While
But it was good.
he has killed more, first and foremost, Issue is a normal human. The one that you spoke of was a mutant of sorts. Someone able to control their bullets as they went.
And that matters for number why? Thought you
It
said the
matters
reasons didn't matter,
because-
just the number.
He has the highest kill count of any human.
Ah, so you're saying that mutants aren't humans?
That is precisely what I'm saying.
Well, I don't claim to be a terribly adept man of science myself, but evolution is a thing that happens. And would you say that a fruit fly
A
with a different eye
mutant.
color isn't a fruit fly?
I'm gonna just to kind of let you, if you wish to retract that, Sebastian, you would know that a mutant.
A mutant is not evolution. A mutant is something different. in
Yeah, a
terms of this
mutant,
world.
on top of
Yeah,
their physical conditions changing, there is actually a change within their soul. A mutant and a human soul are not the same thing.
Sebastian's not going to retract that because he has a point that's besides that.
Okay. As a pure human who, well, has the highest kill count, his soul obviously holds value here.
Ishi raises his hand. May I say something?
Go ahead.
I would argue that I am not necessarily a pure human. If you take away the machines that augment my body, I am nothing more than a man. Admittedly an intelligent man, but I could not have done the things I did without that technology. And the fact that you're discrediting that seems a bit unfair.
The technology that you used does not change the nature of your soul.
That makes very little sense. I'm not a normal human. I can prove that in a multitude of ways. I do not think like a normal human. I do not experience things as a normal human. I am
So
not a
do
normal
many
human being.
sociopaths or psychopaths. Their perception on reality is changed. And as you wave, the King of Hell, his eyes actually like open a little bit more and looks directly at that guy. I thought you were being tortured at the moment.
If I am, well, I'm not here.
He looks over to the two copies, and that one. He points to that other guy.
How many other guys?
The other guy that was summoned from hell to serve as your guide.
Okay.
The one that guy summoned.
You shall go back
Moscow
to
is
the...
being confused. Why is there being threes of him, yes?
Well, there's much more.
That soul needs to go back to where it belongs.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, based on what I understand, he was summoned as similar to the Virgil contract. Yes, he's allowed to act as a guide for people in hell.
He looks over to that guy. Not that other guy, but that guy.
You're confusing the fuck out of me.
He points over to that guy. Not that other guy, but that guy, and says, "Is this true?"
Yes, I summoned them to help us as our guide.
So until you leave hell, then he shall stay free.
He like kind of like just fist bumps that other guy.
That other guy fist bumps back.
Nice.
I fucking love this. I love this goofy bullshit.
I colored them so it's easier. So blue that guy and then red that guy. I do it every time. Not gonna stop.
So then that other guy is the not colored one?
No,
No, that's the duplicate. He doesn't count.
this is the duplicate.
Which one? Okay.
You should put a thing on him too. No,
Well,
okay,
see,
he's
no,
gone.
because Tuesday you colored the duplicate and yourself red and blue, but now
I
it's that other guy and the normal you is red. And
Can you not
It's
see
the-
that other guy's like token name? I can
I
see
get-
it.
Yeah,
I can, but
yeah.
like they're all on goddamn top of each other. Fucking, it's confusing. Damn it.
You now.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
At least as you have explained anyway, that's pretty important, given that apparently you can kill whoever you please. So it's good to have a guide, I'd think.
I don't know if I want to die here. Not again, anyways.
As I've stated, he is free to stay until that guy, he just points over to
Wait.
Reginald, until that guy leaves.
It's good to see you again, by the way.
There's like a deep anger and hatred that resonates from the King of Hell.
Guys, you're not helping me here.
You can tell that the King of Hell and that other guy have some sort of history. That guy, personally, you don't, but one of your many, many duplicates has.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, please stop with the word. You're frustrating me.
That's great. Keep it up.
I
Make
love
it
it.
better.
Anyway, I think I've demonstrated fairly enough that even if you wish to claim that Ishu should be here, but I don't think he should, as an unnatural death is not something the other planes would look too kindly on. But even if you want to claim that he still should be here, I don't think he should.
The question of... This is again the Devil of Power speaking up. The question of whether it was right or wrong for him to be slain here is not under question. It is the right of a demon to slay souls within our domain. We did not go to Earth to take his soul. He came to us.
Well, I would say that's part of your shitty boundary protection, but that's just me.
Do you have any further proof on the goodness of Ishu's soul? Or shall we move on?
I actually think I do have some, but I think it would be better to hear what the others have to say first. I think it'd be better to work as a retort in terms of what I do know.
Sebastian.
Mhm.
Real quick, did Klaus tell you all about Swan?
No.
No.
Oof. All right. Well, too late now.
I'd like it to be known that I have had the Ace Attorney soundtrack going over all of this.
Beautiful.
Except I'm actually gonna lose.